If you purchase the kit from me for Peter Rabbit, the materials for your joints will be inside this bag. For Peter Rabbit, for this class, we are using cotter pin joints. The joints in your bunny or teddy bear are what allow the arms and legs to move and for the head to turn. And each joint assembly consists of 2 joint discs. These are fiberboard discs. In this case, a cotter pin. I'm using a T-cotter pin, and that's what's in your kit if you bought my kit. And then 2 small metal washers. Now you'll notice that there are different size fiberboard discs. The larger ones, these will be for the legs. The next size down are for the arms, and then these 1-inch ones, these are going to be are for the neck, for the head. So we're going to just set these aside now. Now we're going to get ready to insert our joints and stuff our limbs. We're going to start with the arm, and with the arm we use the medium-sized discs or the 1 1/4-inch discs. We're going to get one of those. I'm going to take one of our cotter pins and 1 metal washer. I'm going to take the arm and turn it inside out a little to find that joint marking. And I'm going to take my awl and poke a small hole so that the cotter pin can go through. And then take the metal washer, slip it over the cotter pin, and then take your fiberboard disc and slip that over. Then we're going to take the whole assembly and slide the tip of the cotter pin through the hole that you just created, like that. And then I often like to see how the seam here is between the disc and this side here, and I'd rather that it is on the other side. So I'm just going to take the cotter pin, or I'm taking my awl. Maybe I'll use a needle to kind of lift that up a little and push the disc over. Now the disc is laying flat against the fabric here. Now I'm ready to stuff this arm. You can get your stuffing of choice, and you can use your fingers, you can use a pencil, a chopstick. I like to use a cotter key. And I'm careful with it so that I don't accidentally push all the way through. I don't want to poke a hole in the arm. I like my bunnies and my bears to be fairly firm. But the fun thing about making your own bears is you can make them the way you want them to be. So if you like a soft squishy bunny or bear, then you can make it a soft squishy bunny. As I'm getting up closer to the opening, I am taking the stuffing and I'm pushing it down against the front there, because I want to make sure that this part gets filled in and that I don't have any empty pockets. I'm going to do the same with the top of the shoulder. I'm not going to stuff this too puffy, because then it would just make the shoulders too big, but I don't want there to be a gap in there. Okay, now we're about ready to close this seam. To close the seam, we're going to use what's called a ladder stitch. The thread I like to use, upholstery thread. It's a little thicker. And then I match the thread as close as possible in color to the backing of the fabric. You're going to thread your needle with about a little over 24 inches. That's probably more than we need, but we're going to double our thread. So we're going to thread it on our needle. This is the needle that we use for hand sewing and closing seams. Often I use a number 16 Milner's needle, but it doesn't have to be like that. Something close to this. But we're going to double our thread and then tie a knot on the end. And maybe we'll do one more knot for good measure. I'm going to clip those tails off. And now you can start at either end. For this demonstration, I'm going to start up at the top. Take the needle and put it inside the fabric. Come all the way at the top where it's just started, and then come through fabric like this. Now just right opposite here, we're going to go down with the needle and then come back up. Don't pull tight yet. We're going to go across again like a ladder rung, which is why it's called a ladder stitch. Go down. And then I'm going to do one more. Come across. Now we have a few lungs of our ladder here. I'm going to use another needle to help us close it so far. I like to keep closing it as I stitch. So I'm going to take this needle and just press in on that and then pull that tail, and that closes that up like that. Now we're going to continue, take a couple more stitches. And then sometimes you have to add a little extra stuffing. So I'm going to go like this again to close that, pull it tight. I'm going to feel here, it feels nice and firm here to me. So I think we're still good. But it feels a little soft here, so I'm going to take just a little bit of stuffing and slide it in there. You can use anything to get it in. Now we're going to go and we're getting near the end. I'm going to pull the fur away so you can see what you're doing. And see here, I'm really close here, but I think I need one more stitch right here to close it securely. And I've got, see, when I close it, you see this little bump sticking up here? I'm going to take the tip of my needle and help that little piece get down in there. I'm going to pull it tight again. You see how that is closed, and it's an invisible stitch. Now we're going to finish this off, and I'm going to take the needle, which came out on the right side of the seam in this case, and I'm going to poke the needle through the middle of the seam and come back up through the fabric on the left side, and then pull that tight. Now I'm going to snip the threads so the needle is off of the threads. I'm going to rethread the needle with just one of the threads, one of those tails. I'm going to take this tail, and now we are on, because I've flipped the arm around a few times. The two threads are on the right side of the seam. I'm going to take the tail that I threaded onto my needle, and I'm going to take the needle, poke it down into the seam again, come back out on the left side of the seam by taking a little stitch. And now we're going to tie a square knot, and we've got a thread on each side of the seam, and we're going to tie it together. So I'm going to do right over left, pull it tight, but not too tight. You don't want to break your threads. And now we're going to do left over right, pull that tight. And then the last step, we don't cut the tails off right there at the knot. We're going to get one of our longer needles. We're going to take this needle and stab it right down next to the knot, and then thread one of the tails on there. As you can see, I did start with quite a long piece of thread. We didn't need quite 30 inches. And now you pull this, after I've pulled that through, just tug it down. We'll do the same thing for the second tail. There, to help sink the knot. And now you can't even see where that was open. Now we can take these threads and then just kind of pull them taut. Put your scissors blade against the thread and push down on the arm and go like that. Just kind of pull it across there. That way the threads don't show here, and you don't accidentally cut any of the fur away when you're cutting the thread. And now we have an arm that's all jointed, and it's going to be ready to put onto our bunny.